Hello everyone, I'm the Nerdy Fool and welcome to Rogue Trader. We are, I think, approaching end game. Last time we had a bit of what felt like point of no return. People are telling us, thanks for the help, etc. And we were told to meet the Inquisitor here by this xeno artifact of some sort. We're currently still in Chapter 4, but I'm guessing once we deal with this, that'll jump us into Chapter 5. And from what I saw when I was looking up the length of this game, I don't know anything about what Chapter 5 entails, but people are saying it's short, like 5 to 10 hours. So, yeah, we're basically at endgame. But let's head over here, meet with the Inquisitor, and see what's up. Lord Captain, our augurs are detecting energy currents of indeterminate nature within the dimensional gate. It appears to be active. We see a number of ships near the gate, and judging by their markings, they belong to the Lord Inquisitor Calcazar's personal squadron. I know this place. Calcazar summoned both our packs here to seal this portal to terror and woe. Much blood we did spill that day. Alas, it was not the blood of xenos or warp spawn, but that of the cog priests of Calcazar himself. While they were working on the gate's foul machines, the breath of evil coming from the other side was turning them into frenzied monsters. Lord Captain, don't take it as cowardice, but duty obliges me to ask, you do realize that this may end up being a one-way voyage, don't you? You can switch on Vox communication with all decks. Crew, this is the Lord Captain speaking. I am taking the ship into the unknown, where danger lies and glory awaits. Are you with me? It's a pretty good statement. Onward, no matter what this journey holds for us, I'm ready. Or I still have unfinished business on this side, we're changing course. No, we're heading in, and giving a rousing speech to the crew, I think is the right way to go. Crew, this is the Lord Captain speaking. I'm taking this ship into the unknown, where danger lies and glory awaits. Are you with me? For a while, you hear no response. Then the silence is broken by the sound of heavy footfalls. The rhythmic stomping grows louder and louder. Thousands of feet strike the decks as if marching into oblivion under your banner. Onward, no matter what this journey holds for us, I am ready. Yes, Lord Captain, whatever's waiting out there, beware, Von Valencius is coming. Contact the ships at the gate. I wish to go through. Incoming message. Sanction for approaching the Xeno artifact granted. Sanction for passing to the other side granted. Safe travels, the Emperor protects. Looks like the Lord Inquisitor has warned them about our visit. An approaching shuttle convoy is requesting permission to dock and asking for an audience. Their marking suggests that they are not part of the squadron left by the Lord Inquisitor. Who is it that wants to come aboard? Welcome our visitors. We need to find out who they are first, or just no time for audiences. Who is it that wants to come aboard? Rogue Trader Winterscale is on his way aboard a shuttle. Winterscale. Okay. We did break him out from being under demonic influence. Is he wanting to join us on this trip? We have detected the signature of Her Ladyship Incendia Corda's personal transport. Both of them are here. Interesting. I wonder if Calcazar left messages for both of them as well, so all three rogue traders would be here. Welcome our visitors and usher them to the bridge. Yeah, we'll meet with them. I thought he uniquely trusted us with this information, but maybe he gave it to all three Inquisitors. Or not Inquisitors, rogue traders. Ha! Friends and allies of your dynasty have arrived from ships currently in this system. They would like to pay their respects to the rogue trader in person. Caligos Winterscale has grown hollow-cheeked and pale. Instead of the graceful movements of a fierce predator, he now lurches like a lame bird. The augmetics in his broken back are unable to make him as light-footed as he once was. He lets out a tired sigh and says joylessly, "We meet again, Ignatius." Helped him see the corruption in his soul, and his broken spine became his first step towards redemption. Yeah. Incendia Corda folds her arms on her chest, making the sign of the Aquila. Her eyes are aflame with fanatical conviction. Ignatius von Valentius, I bear good tidings. The Emperor looks favorably on your campaign. Head into the darkness and be undaunted. You've reinforced Incendia Corda's conviction of the righteousness of her methods and fervent service to the God Emperor. Yeah. I do think she went a bit overboard, but this is 40k. There's no such thing as going overboard and destroying heretics. Caligos, I see your wounds would not stop you from paying me a call. Winterscale grins bitterly. It takes more than a broken back to fix my bad temper. What made you come here? I wanted to make sure Calcazar's thugs, the ones guarding the gate, don't give you any trouble. All sorts of things happen in the Expanse these days. I won't be boarding any ships myself anymore, of course, but I have enough soldiers to convince them that harassing rogue trader von Valentius is a bad idea. We actually already got permission, dude. Alcazar is totally with us helping. And since I shall never see combat again, take this. You could use a sturdy weapon, and this one deserves better than gathering dust in my trophy room. Tarvana's last stand. It is a power axe. Okay. 29 to 39 feels like a decent amount. That'll be for Pascal, if anyone. What do you mean to do next? Correct my mistakes. Save what is left of my protectorate. Find the worlds lost to the warp storm. Drive the xenos out. Weed out the final dawn infiltrators. And negotiate peace with House Corda. The spite with which Caligos spits out the word peace makes him look like his old self for just a brief moment. Choose your next path with care. Now that a single step brings excruciating pain, I am being very cautious about the paths I choose. Brazenness still colors the contours of Winterscale's smile, but the spite has vanished. The Emperor protects Incendia. Verily, the righteous shall inherit his realm. The rogue trader readily finishes the line from the litany, as though waiting for it. Why have you come? Surely not to bless me for my expedition. There's nothing in Incendia's clear eyes but a righteous conviction that almost seems inhuman. That was the path revealed to me. You are going to a place where evil is being wrought against the Emperor. If you step into this darkness, you can pluck the poisoned root from which the vile deed stems. As such, your path must be charted and cleared by those pure of faith. Therefore, accept this gift of righteous annihilation, so that, come the hour of judgment, it helps direct you to the right course of action. Cinder, a two-handed melta. Yeah, I still haven't found much use for meltas because that crazy short range of 2. Like, it does insane damage. But I just don't have a lot of ranged characters that want to be in melee. So, yeah. It seems like a great weapon, though. It seems like you will be in charge of the Expanse after I'm gone. I accept this duty with humility. The seeds of the Final Dawn's corruption will be destroyed, and the Xenos banished from our systems. House Corda will protect the Koronus Expanse undeterred by the boundaries of other domains, or the powers that be. Well, I did kind of say that some Xenos were allowed here, so that's probably going to be a problem. Well, thank you for your support. May the path of those who enact his will be as a radiant ray, an all-consuming inferno of light. May the ray pierce whatever darkness hinders their progress. I must get underway. Incendia Corda calls for attention with an imperious gesture. Ignatius von Valentius, when the hour is dark, only a coward and a heretic will not dare to look death in the face. I would like to join your crusade beyond the boundaries of the known universe. Will you allow me to do battle under your banner? Huh. Are they saying that she would join my retinue? Be an honor. I don't think I would actually use her. But still. It would be an honor for me, or there's no need. A rogue trader of House Corda ought not to swear allegiance to another dynasty. Also, we're going what feels like a suicide mission. The idea of losing 2 of the rogue traders and leaving everything in Winterscale's hands feels like a bad idea, but I'm not going to say no to her. You never know when having the might of 2 rogue traders could help. It would be an honor for me. So be it. I lend you my blade and my pistol as loyal companions on this quest. Wasting no time on meaningless good luck wishes, your distinguished guests leave the bridge in solemn and respectful silence. The Voidborn raises his ever-gloomy eyes to you. The enemy is defeated, Lord Captain. We are ready to begin the spatial translation. The enemy? Sure. Let's survey the bridge. Dozens of pairs of eyes hang on your every gesture. With it, your every sigh, every crew member waits with bated breath lest they miss your decisive words. Start the translation procedure. Yeah, I think this is the jump to chapter 5.
Long impenetrable for the rogue trader was at last ready to reveal its secrets. After gathering allies and preparing to venture into the unknown, the Lord Captain plunged headlong into the darkness that held ancient nightmares. And the answers to all his questions.
Those looked like Necrons to me? Maybe? Wasn't super clear. Translation complete, Lord Captain. Current coordinates unknown and indeterminable. All that's in the ship's immediate vicinity is the dimensional gate that has gone into passive mode, and a large amount of debris. No enemies detected. Lord Ulfar may need to be informed that the coordinates his esteemed brothers traveled to match a location somewhere in these star systems. Oh, we are actually... I thought it was weird that we didn't finish up his quest, but he was just like, yeah, I'll just help you with your thing, and then I'll get on to my quest later. So this is how we finish up Ulfar's quest. Everything has a reason. The threads of my and my brother's words are tied together. I see Blackmane's will in our meeting finally approaching. Let us find them, Maidvether, for such is our destiny's wish. What happened to the dimensional gate? The engineers have proposed a hypothesis that it has entered some kind of recharge mode. After accumulating enough energy for a new translation, it will activate again. Or at least, that's what all of us want to believe. Badly. What kind of debris? Those are ship carcasses. Judging by their markings, they were part of the Lord Inquisitor's fleet and likely acted as a patrol force. The damage doesn't look like it came from any weapon we know, and the way the debris is scattered suggests that the battle was short. Someone attacked and destroyed every one of them in the blink of an eye. Someone we have never encountered before. That's bad news. What is this place? I can't say, Your Lordship. These are unfamiliar stars, and the system is not listed in our astrogational data. We are in uncharted territory. Couldn't our navigator, Lady Cassia, peer through the Imperium, spot the Astronomicon, and figure out where we are in space? Like, even if we don't recognize the star, we should be able to pinpoint where we are, at least. And theoretically, a route back. Particularly since I was able to just create new routes and jump infinite distance with them, it seemed. I don't know. We are going after the Lord Inquisitor. As you command, Your Lordship. If I may just point out, the expedition equipment prepared in advance for Your Lordship and your retinue has been maintained and well and is ready for use at your order. The gifts passed to us by our esteemed allies from Footfall have likewise been inventoried and prepared for service. Some medkits, Tesla grenades, battle stimulator medkits. Holy fire. So it's just a better fire grenade? Okay. What are these gifts that we received? The devout preachers of the cult of St. Drusus supplied our holds with a number of relics blessed by their prayers. Venerable representatives of the Cognizant fleet supplied us with gifts of the Omnicide, normally unobtainable by the laity. If your lordship wills, I can provide you with an itemized report and sweet-voiced servants to read it out. Excellent. I'm delighted to be of use to your lordship. Beyond the dimensional gate. A tutorial message. It's been a while. You've jumped into uncharted sector of the Expanse. On the edge of the Expanse, the dimensional gate has closed and you are currently cut off from the rest of the Koronus Expanse. You cannot return to previous systems or chart routes to them. Protectorate management is also unavailable and you have no way to contact faction trade representatives. There is no way back, and it is pointless to look anywhere but ahead. Establish routes to the new systems in the uncharted sector on the map and go forth to meet the inevitable. Okay. I guess let's start out with the destroyed ship. Or do I want to do anything with that equipment we gained? Right. So if we go to Pascal, how does this axe compare? It's not as good. Well, glad they gave me this new axe that I'm not going to bother having you use. Was there anything else that we got recently that was good? Right, that was tempting. But no, probably not. I'll take some of these to replace the fire grenades that I have. And sure, a Tesla grenade. Even though I'm not really likely to be throwing grenades myself. You can grab some of these even better med kits. Because why not? Anyway, with that out of the way, let's go to the destroyed ship, I suppose. Nothing? No event, no pop-up of you acquired these materials? Nothing? Just poofed out of existence? Alright. Expedition traces. Having scanned the surface, officers report that the remains of an exploration camp to which a team of scouts is immediately sent. The scouting party is confused. All the equipment bears the Von Valencia's coat of arms, but there's no trace of anyone other than the rogue trader's servants. Find out what happened. The scouts find traces of gunfire on the field equipment. A single unharmed data crypt is found in one of the cogitators. A group of tech priests successfully decrypt part of the data, including an order to eliminate the exploration team, signed by Theodore von Valencius. Not far from the camp is a pit full of charred bones and fragments of armor bearing the rogue trader's coat of arms. The scouts' report leaves Abelard with conflicting feelings, despite his certainty that her ladyship Theodora would not give such an order without very good reason. Abelard's expression is somber, like a missionary who lost his faith. I wonder. So, one of the question that we haven't gotten answered yet is the whole deal with Nomos. I wonder if Theodora obviously came out here at some point. Is this maybe not this system, but this general area, is this where Nomos is from? And Theodore was just covering up some of that information. That's the best guess I have. Actually, we got some new quests, and we are in Chapter 5, as expected. So, beyond the Dimensional Gate, the Lord Inquisitor's trail goes cold. The Rogue Trader must find clues that could point him to where he headed next. And then the coordinates provided by the esteemed Thorvald Ironhide lead to a place somewhere within the star cluster. The Rogue Trader must explore these systems to find out where exactly Ulflar's pack was headed. Another event. The rocky world is bound in ice and shrouded in a thick fog of dark clouds. Augurs trace a faint signal to an area under the ice alongside a distress call, whose encryption matches that used by the Lord Inquisitor and his teams. We'll use our tech use to decrypt the transmission coming from the planet. Lex interrogators quickly and effortlessly break the clever code. The transmission goes as follows. Acolyte 17-1, Lord Inquisitor. The event Horrific Vision occurred. Goodbye, the Emperor protects. So 17-1, whoever that is, was telling the Lord Inquisitor that Horrific Vision occurred. Got it. Whatever all that means. Descend to the planet's surface and find the signal source. Oh, we're actually going down. And yeah, we'll take Heinrich's with us because it's dealing with the Inquisitor. So yeah, I should have looked at Corda to see what her deal is. I don't want to take her with me, and certainly don't want to go through the effort of leveling her up, at least at the moment. So yeah, we'll just take down this crew. We're good with them. Yeah, this does look very Necron to me. Which would be weird if we're saying that the attacks on the ships came from something we're unfamiliar with. Looks like Necrons are going to be a big deal here. So it's like, did the attacks come from Necrons and we just aren't familiar with them? Level everyone between sessions? I theoretically could, assuming I don't end this stream. Barely perceptible heavy thrumming permeates the walls of the crypt, which are adorned with strange geometric shapes. So that'll be how we get back out of here. The walls appear as if they were cast from a single piece of metal and seem impressively durable. It is impossible to gauge how many centuries have passed since they were built. If it is Necrons, they've been here for a very, very long time. Alright, we've got path down both sides. This path is surrounded in blood. Or covered in blood, I suppose is more accurate. The blackened tracks of blood extend further, leading you into the depths of the corridor. I'm assuming these are going to connect. And if not, we can come back around. Yeah, okay. That is a ton of blood. A rotten metallic scent wafts from the pool of dried blood. An uneven ripple runs across the steel's... I've seen that word, I don't know how it's pronounced. Surface. The symbols covering it tremble and blend into each other. None stay in your memory for longer than a second.
A new challenge for me?
Do I keep pushing forward towards the blood? Probably not. I'm pretty sure that's where I'm supposed to go. So let's take some of these side paths first. Cogitator was installed here recently before it was destroyed by an unknown weapon. Are we saying that we don't know what Necrons are?
This explorator is blessed with multifunctionality.
Architecture reminds you of Subnautica? I can see that. The column emits a low roar, but you are able to withstand it. The vid screen awakens at your touch. Status: beginning data transmission to the sacred calculator, missing data, and have become immortal. We've become missing data, turns to darkness. It shall be conquered, and it shall tremble in fear, missing data.
I'll lay claim to the stars.
Tall pillars stretch upwards from the abyss of pale mist, seemingly rising from the void itself. Looking at the greenish haze makes your body feel sluggish and with weariness. Military equipment and mechanisms for sacred machines. Everything is untouched. Yeah, we can see what I'm guessing are tech priests given the red hoods.
Operation successful.
The sight of the xeno symbols is repulsive, but your will is strong. At the press of a key, the vid screen displays the following. Status: beginning data transmission to the sacred calculator, missing data, shunning the imperfections of the flesh, its transience and its finiteness, missing data. The new, preserving a bond with the old through rhythm images, missing data. Shunning the imperfections of the flesh. That feels like tech priest speech, and this is, I think, Imperium. Yeah, this is Imperium Cogitator. But I'm worried they're trying to implement Necron true flesh, which would be bad, because that's not how that works.
My success is an irrefutable certainty.
The surface with the symbols trembles like rippling water, but it has no effect on you. The vid screen awakens at your touch. Status beginning data transmission to the sacred calculator. Missing data. Its finiteness, we have embarked on a new trajectory amid the stars, missing data, and symbols before existence, missing data. Tesla ring, don't really care. Heal protocol for Cybermastiff, don't really care.
Follow my lead!
Alright, we have nearly finished exploring this room. Did Tech Priest find Necron Tech and try to use it? That's what I'm wondering. The bloody streaks seem even more grim in the green subterranean glow. Let's examine before we activate this cogitator. The Inquisitor's soldiers are dead. Something unspeakable mutilated their bodies and dumped them together in a pile. Several disfigured corpses in the uniforms of the Inquisition soldiers have been tossed in a grotesque pile between the cogitator and the large obelisk-like statue. Their killers left no trace, but you have the nagging, oppressive feeling that the very walls are watching you. They are thick with electricity, and heavy stench of rotting flesh only makes that feeling worse. The message is blinking impatiently on the cogitator's vid screen. Process linguistics analysis algorithm 547822136. Status awaiting data cataloging. Activate information panels. Examine the machine. You've never seen a cryptographic machine as intricate and unorthodox as this one. The numerous sacred seals of algorithmic asceticism suggest that the spirit dwelling within is exceptionally cunning and powerful, privy to forbidden knowledge. Pascal bows reverently to the sacred machine and whispers, "This machine spirit is wayward and apprehensive, for it is tormented. Its intricate mind carries many scars from pacifying binaric litanies." The tech priest carefully removes the severed human fingers from the input panel, whispers an apologetic prayer to the cogitator, and casually tosses the pieces of flesh away. Confirm activation of the information panels or try to extract the data concerning the mechanism's masters. Hopefully we can do both. Let's confirm activation of the information panels. An impulse of the motive force runs through the thick cables along the cogitator. Data accepted. Algorithm 84521-4521. Linguistic analysis complete. Initiate final cataloging. Initiate final cataloging. The vid screen fills with the same symbols you saw on the surrounding buildings. You feel an inexplicable rush of disgust at the sight of them in place of familiar words and numbers. Almost identical geometric shapes combine into long chains and flash by too fast for you to take them in. A text of low Gothic appears under the glyphs. Shunning the imperfections of the flesh, its transience, and its finiteness, we have embarked on a new trajectory amid the stars and have become immortal. We have become the new, preserving a bond with the old through rhythm, images, and symbols. But existence turns to darkness. It shall be conquered, and it shall tremble in fear. Not sure what I'm supposed to take out of that. Report reference error, algorithm 7458-14, cataloging completed successfully. Activate vocabulary of Xenos race compiled, algorithm 7458-41. Attention, data transfer to the translation device is required to save the catalog. Declining will result in catalog deletion. Continue? Yes, continue. Oh, transfer the data to our elucidator. Even better. Now I see why they needed such an ancient and powerful machine spirit. To decipher a Xenos language is practically to comprehend it. This archaeotech is on the verge of turning into an abominable intelligence. Ha! Trepidation blends with horror in the tech priest's voice. It cannot be left here. I am sending an order to the ship to deploy a team of technomats to dismantle and extract the sacred machine. We will first transfer the data to our elucidator. Now connected to the cogitator, your elucidator hums intensely as it learns the meaning of the hitherto unfamiliar glyphs. It responds with rattles and metallic groans. The cogitator's vid screen lights up. Operation completed. Let's try to extract some data concerning the mechanism's masters. The mechanism, having served the Inquisition so faithfully, is loath to part with its secrets. One after another, menacing scarlet dots light up on its casing. Pascal bows his head and mutters a prayer, then makes a quick motion with his fingers. Several lights on the cogitator go out as its defenses crack. Forgive me, ancient spirit, you must be pacified. Let's continue the attempt. Your ruthless intrusion into the Cogitator's memory chambers yields the following message. Prepare for the start of Operation Precious Sentinel. The horrific vision event may come to pass. Orders to abort the research mission and join the contingent on Epitaph. Codes for traversing the minefield are attached. The message has an attachment containing the astronomical coordinates of a planet, along with some binary codes. So we got some codes for traversing a minefield. It's probably useful. Priority 0. Contact with Barrier Squadron lost during dimensional gate recharging. No confirmation received of gate being sealed. Stay on high alert. The Cogitator shrieks indignantly, lighting up with blinding red indicators and letting out a high-frequency howl. A word appears across the entire width of the vid screen. Algorithm 00-02 intrusion. When the ring in your ears subsides, you realize you hear something else. Someone's heavy footsteps. The vindictive machine spirit triumphantly displays a blinking prophetic message. So because we hacked into it, it is summoning someone to attack us? No. Because this is charging up the Necron tech, and it wouldn't summon a Necron. It's warning us about a Necron approach. And yes, these are definitely Necrons. Which we've already fought in a previous mission, so it's weird that we aren't supposed to know what they are. What are you? Heavy Destroyer. So if I hadn't downloaded their language, would I not have gotten that translation? Okay, so we've got some of you. Alright, we are just straight up surrounded. Fantastic. I should have at least looked over here before starting this. It's fine. Probably want to start at one side and then just work our way around, maybe. If we put Cassia, say, there, then ourself as close as we can get. Ilya, can you get in some good cover? You can. Then, I guess, Heinrichs. Abelard. There. Pascal, you could run all the way forward. You could run all the way forward. But I might be able to get Cassia to get some attacks off on them. So I'd rather have you in the back. You can run forward easy enough, I'm sure. So let's start the battle. With the usual, of course. We know how this goes. I'm probably not going to finish this in a single turn because the enemies are so spread out around us, which is a shame.
All too easy.
So run and gun can get me closer. Probably even close enough that I could hit both of them in a single line. I don't have a Melta available. Never mind. So there's not actually any point in me moving. I would just get in the way of Cassia's ability to attack. So I could just take out the Crypto Tech Scarab Swarm. I think attacking the Necron himself is probably the smarter choice.
You didn't stand a chance.
And it did take out one of the Crypto Scarab Swarms. Perfect. Let's end our free turn and go back to Cassia. What can you do? Nah, you barely can't hit with that. You could hit with this. And theoretically, you could kill the Necron with it. Might be better for you to take out the Scarab Swarm first, because I think they repair Necrons.
High momentum.
I am a navigator.
Perfect. So now we'll give Ignatius his free turn.
Paint your death in colors.
I should have moved forward. Yeah, I definitely should have. So I can kill you. No, you have some means of not dying. I probably should have looked at your abilities. When the creature's wounds drop to 0, it falls prone and gains 30% of its maximum wounds as temporary wounds. On its next turn, the creature is reanimated with 50% of its wounds if it still has temporary wounds. The creature has no other allies with base wounds more than 0. This creature and its allies die. Alright. You have an effect on you from Jai? Well, that's weird. Creature's immune to counterattack, fatigue, disturb, toxin, perplexed, horrors of the warp. Yep, we know about your reanimation. Creature restores 10% of its maximum wounds at the start of each of its turns. Lovely. Well, I can probably take you out.
Nothing I can't, nothing of value
So,
has been lost.
no reanimation for you. Then, suppose, can I dash forward somewhere useful? If I dash to here, I can sidestep around this pillar, probably. To be able to attack. Yeah, I'm liking the look of that attack.
You didn't stand a chance.
You didn't get hit by that? Of course not.
Already done.
Do Revel and Slaughter. That'll allow me another run and gun.
Opposing me was your biggest mistake.
Alright, that's all of them on this side. Now I've got you. Necron Locust Heavy Destroyer. You have some sort of shield around you, it looks like. 1200 health, which is kind of insane. 5 deflection isn't that bad. 120% armor. You have over 100% armor. Dodge isn't amazing. Plates of Necrodermis reduce the damage against this creature by 95% from every side except the back. I need to hit you from the back? That's going to be hard to pull off. All attacks against enemies in a 2-cell radius gain a 100% critical hit chance. All effects against all affected enemies also become priority targets. Combat Master, Efficient Disintegration. Deal extra shock damage, inflict slowed. Yeah, okay. So nothing crazy except for we don't want to be too close and you just have insane armor unless we attack from the back. Which I just don't have any real good means of doing. Can do Reckless Rush. That'll get me a good amount of movement. Probably not enough, really. Kind of wish I was back with them at this point. That might actually get me a lineup to attack versus going around this way. I've got to go all the way up and around. Let's do a Reckless Rush. Yeah, I won't be able to attack from there. I might be able to get to a position where I can attack from here. Maybe. Possibly not. But I can also do a run and gun. Let's move here.
Face of adversity.
If I wanted to attack you, yeah, you are out of sight. You guys are too far away. So let's do the run and gun now.
Suits my purposes.
Can I attack you from here? Yes. Though it's showing I do 5 to 8 damage. That is terrible. Can't attack with that, so I'm gonna have to use Ignite. On the other hand, if I moved all the way to here, could I attack you guys? Probably not. Let's check. Are you within range? The single scarab is. And you're out of range of the Melta. Yeah, just barely out of range there. Alright. I think I'm gonna have to go with Ignites. So be it. They're just too far away.
Forge ahead.
Did I at least catch you on fire? I did. You're taking 29 burning, which is not amazing. But we are probably also slowly burning away your armor, for what little that's worth. Grr. $11 to 18, but it takes 2 actions. Let's go with steady superiority. It'll give us another free attack where action count doesn't matter. So then I might as well go incinerate, which does slightly more damage. Then I can do wildfire,
All too easy.
which again makes the action cost not matter. So we'll do another incinerate.
Nothing I can't.
Doing very little, but hey, it is what it is. Suppose I should use inflame.
Suits my purposes.
That'll get you... Oh, that was a good amount of damage. Are we doing real damage now? Nope. But now we're back to costing AP. So yeah, we'll just keep using Ignite, slowly burn down a bit of your armor. Because it's the best thing I can do at the moment.
Not a problem for me. Suits my purposes.
I'm amazed how much the Veil degradation is not going up. Let's see. I become immune to any attacks from demons and xenos, and all demons and xenos in a 5-cell radius make me a priority target. Probably not. I'm not within 5 cells. Being immune to attacks would be cool. We will make sure that you stay on fire.
Nothing I can't do.
How much damage are you taking each turn? 103. Yeah, I'm liking that. Sadly, that is the end of my free turn. Back to Cassia. Warp damage and damage from psychic powers. No, none of that matters. And no, you're not going to be able to use this meaningfully anywhere. Everyone's just too far away. Yeah. No. We'll give some dodge bonuses for what little it's worth.
If I may.
Some crit bonuses.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
I don't know. And that's probably where we need to end your turn. I could have her use this just to max out our momentum again for the next character's turn, but it's fine.
We are infinite.
Sure, get closer, please. Okay, that was a heavy hit. Julia, do you have a shot on anyone? Yes. Extremely long range. So I'd probably want to use this one instead. Yeah. Alright. Let's do analyze enemies. Then perfect spot doesn't matter because we're not in a good spot. Hunt down the prey on him. I keep zooming back to her and it's like, I want to stay looking here. Pull the bold. Piercing shot. Then we'll take a shot on you now.
Serves your cause. Hidden from my sight.
Good solid hit. Okay, so you did drop. I guess claim the bounty now. Good chance of finishing him off.
Hands.
Perfect. With that in mind, are there any of these that you can see from your position? Not really. So I'm actually going to have you use in your sights. Can't use it on him. Shame. But you don't really have anything better to use it on. Yeah. So nothing else is in your sights. Alright. Those scarabs. I am glad your aim is awful. So ideally I'd want to somehow get behind you. It's hard to tell which direction is behind because you're at an angle. I'm guessing it's those squares that I can't get to. No, that probably counts. That feels like a very poor choice of where to stand. Or do I wander around and just try and kill off all of everything else? I guess I'm only going to get a handful of attacks this turn. Let's see, if I melted you... Right, I can't. I'd have to get closer. If I stepped closer and then melted you... Yeah, that does so little damage. If I was over here, I would say that's technically behind you. Does the game agree? No. But from here, if I went there, I could at least hit some of you guys. Why do I do no damage to you? More accurately, you just have a ton of health compared to the other Necrons I've been killing. Alright. So we probably do want to take you out sooner rather than later. And these guys are just going to take forever. Though I could light you on fire. And then orchestrate flames so that you burn and your armor goes down a little. And that might be the best starting action. So yeah, we'll move over here. Light you on fire. These guys are going to be hard to take out. Orchestrate flames.
Suits my purposes.
Then I can light you on fire. Then we do wildfire, which allows me another attack.
Oh, too easy.
Can I melt at you? Yes, actually.
Already done.
Which didn't actually finish you off. This will finish you off.
Suits my purposes.
So that drops you, but then someone else has to take out those temporary wounds. And you guys should have gotten hit again for significant amounts. Perfect. Unfortunately, I think that's the best use of my turn. So is this a once per battle thing? It doesn't say so. Unavailable for reasons not stated. Alright, and the scarabs aren't going to him to heal him, which I agree with. They're just moving forward to join the battle, I suppose. Alright, Pascal, you can't actually get... Oh, you can get to these guys. Your sword, sadly, does a line in front of you, not a deeper line. So there's no way for me to get you to hit both of them, unfortunately. Yeah. So you can easily take out one of them, or I can have you use your gun that you're terrible at to take out some others. But yeah, he can't get up to either of them, sadly. If I had you use, say, plasma overcharge, terrible chance to hit at 36%. Why? No matter where I attack, the one in back is 89, the one in front is 36. It would kill if it hit. Those chances to hit are super bad. Alright, no, we're gonna just go with the sword. Only at 40%. Why? Okay, no, seriously. Why are your defenses so good? Dodge is only 20%. Yeah, so they can restore wounds to targets. But no, I don't see anything that explains why its dodge is so high. Or at least my chance to hit is so low. What about if I went here and had you shoot him 30%? No. Even with the area attack? Yeah. I want him down, but Pascal, you are not the person to do long range attacks. Oh, there we go. For whatever reason, those are much better chances. Yeah, I'll accept 89%. That feels far better.
Advancing.
Probably a slight difference in positioning. Perfect. Yeah. So double damage over time effects for the rest of the combat. Sure, I don't think there's anyone else's abilities that I am desperately needing, and I've been wondering if this actually affects them the way I think it does. So you've got 78, you've got 142. If I use this...
Force mode sacrament.
Because I'm wondering if it's just affects he places, or if it actually means 228, 225. Yeah. So they are going to take tons more fire damage. Fantastic. And then no, I don't think... Oh, Machine Spirit Banishment. Apparently doesn't apply. I would think you guys are machines. But fine. I think that's effectively the end of your turn, sadly. Alright, Heinrichs, what to do with you? Well, let's first go with Iron Arm and Warp Speed.
Naturally.
Both are great choices. Word of the Emperor to give buffs to all of us seems fine. I'm not seeing it show up above them, which strikes me as weird. Like, Cassia doesn't get it, it seems. There we go.
I won't object to it.
So now I could move you a little bit forward. Then do I think I can charge the rest of the way? I don't know. How far does charge go for you? It does go pretty far. It might work. If I put you here and then told you to charge, can you get there? No, you're one square short. I can charge you into this square, I think. No, because if I could charge you into that square, I think it's going to have him try and attack that square. I think if he could charge into that square, he could attack. Oh, nope. That's saying he's attacking. I'm not sure why you can attack here. I guess I have to hover over attacking the enemy rather than attacking the square he's in. That's fine. So you can get there to attack. Alright, do it. Extremely dangerous. He might die. Charge? Attack? No? Sure. Alright. So if I used this, it would do 4 to 5 damage. Lovely. Versus... yeah, all of them 4 to 5 damage. Part of me thinks I should give him regeneration right now just to be on the safe side. Come on. Deal 17 to 20% or 17 to 20 direct damage. Doing extra damage against xenos, etc. Direct damage is supposed to not get negated or reduced by anything. Just trying to decide if I want to go Hammer of the Emperor or if I want to go Shield of the Emperor. Just to keep him alive a bit longer. Let's go Endure, and then Hammer of the Emperor.
For the throne's glory.
And then have you attack. 8 to 9 damage. Oh, it's so bad. It doesn't show that this is doing extra damage, but I'm thinking it probably will. Hopefully.
I won't object.
The Inquisition sends theirs.
Alright, no, it didn't do much. And Invigorate is just a one-time heal as opposed to Regenerate, which we can't do. That would be ongoing. So, yeah, I think your turn is over. Try not to die. Abelard, same thing with you. If I run you here, I doubt you can actually charge up there, and you cannot. So I might be better to just have you run into some cover. Or out of sight. Sort of back. Probably cover. Yeah, there's not a lot I can do with him. He's just too far away.
Victory is imminent.
I can give you an Endure, which doesn't particularly matter at the moment. Can you taunt? No, too far away. They're just so far away. Bulwark helps with ranged attacks. Just in case someone chooses to attack him, I suppose. And might as well go defensive stance. And walk. Wall of Rockcrete. Yeah. That's probably fine. I could attempt to make Abelard the priority target. Oh, nope. Can't hit Heinrichs with it. Alright. We'll just end your turn. Cassia, what to do with you? You could possibly get some work in on this guy because I need... Yeah, unfortunately I need his temporary wounds gone this turn. Can you make that happen? No. You just can't get close enough. Or that wall is blocking your vision. In case you weren't sidestepping around it. I mean, it's possible that Irliet getting a free extra turn could make the shot. Can you give a turn? You can give a turn to Ignatius, and that's probably better. Actually, Ignatius can probably finish him off. That's the call. So give a free turn to Ignatius. Then he can finish this guy off. Use a Melta, just to be certain. Because we didn't get a guaranteed kill with Ignite.
Nothing I can't, nothing will tell you.
There we go. Don't want to have to deal with you. Let's see. Yes, those guys are gone. Yeah, it's just these two and then those two. Kind of feels silly to waste my efforts on taking these out. I might actually be able to get a line there. If I went, say, here, and then dashed to there,
Not a problem for me.
not against that idea. Then we melta up through here. That is hitting you, yes? Yes. And both of them.
Nothing I can't do.
Perfect. So then Revel and Slaughter,
Purposes.
run and gun. Because if I can get behind you, in theory, I do extra damage. Whatever behind means. That doesn't look like I'm getting extra damage. Well, let's go with Reckless Rush then. This better count as being behind you. No. And you guys are also just barely apart, so I can only hit one of you. Come on. And that's not actually doing extra damage. Huh. Well, that doesn't seem entirely fair. That's like one of the major aspects of your thing. Reduce the damage against this creature by 95%. No, plates of necrodermis reduce the damage against this creature by 95% from every side except the back. Yes, no. So all attacks go down by 95% except the back, where we should be doing full damage. Except we don't. Because surely that's the back. Maybe it only counts like actual physical weapons. If I pulled out a gun and then attempted to fire it from there. No. What do you count as the back of you? I can get to any angle. Surely one of them is the back of you. You count the front of you as the back of you? No. You just have no weakness. Fantastic. Glad I've run all the way over here. Let's go back into cover then, because I can still melta you. Yeah. I think that's the call. Oh, but switch back to my staff before we do that. There we go.
Let's see how they respond to this. Enjoy those
Tiny bit more damage. Oh, I can't do wildfire. That's a shame.
Already done.
Yeah, but I think I'm good to be hiding out in full cover here. Wish I knew why you don't take more damage. So back to Cassia. I could move you forward. Does that get you close enough that you can do some of these attacks? No. No, it does not. I have to get her even closer, which feels like it's putting her into real danger. To do essentially no damage. My favorite. Let's not do that then. If I put her there... What could I do? I could move the front line with kill zone to here. Probably want to do mend reality because the warp is kind of crazy at the moment. Yeah, let's do that. You go there, and we'll turn this into a frontline zone.
Me? You insist, Lord Captain?
I do insist, thank you. Frontline with kill zone.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Let's mend reality.
May?
Because there we go. Warp degradation was kind of terrible. Then let's give some bonuses to Heinrichs because he is in a dangerous spot. Can't use that on you, so let's help out, I don't know, Abelard. We don't need to boost momentum, it's already fantastic. And yeah, you can't reach with either of those. So, I think we're just going to end your turn there. I mean, good job reducing the damage you take. If I put you into full cover here, do you have a shot? You do. Fantastic. Yeah, 100%, 100%. Doing terrible damage because you can't attack them from the back. But yeah, we'll put you there. Then mark each of them as targets for your hunt. Melee only have sides? Maybe. So maybe a melee attack would be able to hit a side on them? I don't know.
I am not your xenos pet monkey.
We'll do perfect spot.
If it serves your cause. I am not your xenos pet monkey.
Yeah, give it a good shot.
If it serves your cause.
Good stuff. I could claim the bounty, or I could do in my sights. Oh, I can do both, actually. Even better. Tiny bit of extra damage, but there you go.
If it serves your
We'll shoot you next turn because you'll probably still be alive. Now, Ignatius, you, hello? Game? No, seriously. Wow, we have done a ton of stuff. Necron Locust Heavy Destroyer heals for 528. Wait, we killed it? Hang on. Whenever prey is killed, it died. How did we kill it? Did it just have that much ongoing fire? I didn't think so. It's hard to see what's happened because it's just Ignatius did so many things. 297 damage to it. I don't know. Apparently we killed that one. Somehow. Alright. Well, let's... Whoa, you also take tons of damage suddenly.
Not a problem for me.
Which I don't understand, but I approve of. No. It just said huge damage numbers, but then you only took a tiny amount. Yeah, now we're back to doing no damage. Come on, game. You can't tell me I'm going to do like 300 damage and then have me do 12. That's just not cool. I definitely want to get another inflame in. Oh, okay. Glad I did it. That inflame. Because that did insane damage. Well, good job, team. Can we get through this gate now? Monster structure looms majestically over you. The energy split into the air. Spilt into the air obstructs your mind. For a moment, it seems that not only are you studying the obelisk, but it is also studying you. I feel like trying to walk through there is going to turn out poorly. But is there somewhere else for us to go? I don't think there's any looting to be done. So maybe we just leave now. I'm going to risk it. We're going to put down a quick save. And then see if I can run through there to see if anything happens. Once the electricity drops for a quick moment. Because it did seem to be off and on. Or not. No, we can't run through there. Now we know. Okay, I think that's everything on this planet. Which, I think the only thing of value, we got that translated note, but then we also gained the ability to translate their language. And that's probably what we actually came here for. Do the voidship bridge. That was a rough fight. Mostly because I couldn't single-handedly cheese it. And I don't know how people are supposed to win a fight like that without a pyromancer.